It was just past dawn on a chilly autumn morning when Henry Larson set out for his usual walk across the rolling prairies near his Wyoming ranch. The golden grass swayed in the breeze, and the horizon glowed with soft pink hues. As he moved quietly through the misty expanse, something unusual caught his eye: a patch of fur lying motionless beneath a clump of dry grass. Approaching cautiously, Henry discovered a prairie wolf, an adult male, gaunt and injured, its front leg bleeding and twisted unnaturally. The animal didn't flinch, too weak to even raise its head. Henry's heart clenched. He had lived around wildlife all his life, but this was different. There was pain in the wolf's eyes, but no aggression, only exhaustion. Gently, Henry knelt beside it, whispering calm words as he wrapped the trembling body in an old wool blanket he always carried in his pack. The wolf didn't resist. Carefully, Henry lifted the creature and drove it to the nearest veterinary clinic, an hour away. For days, he visited the clinic, asking after the wolf, bringing small bits of meat, and staying long enough to speak softly through the cage. The vet staff were surprised at how the wolf, who they had expected to be feral and aggressive, responded to Henry with wary calm. The leg had been broken but was set with care. With rest and treatment, the animal slowly began to recover. Once the wolf was deemed stable enough to leave, Henry made a decision. He couldn't bear the thought of it struggling alone again, not while it was still healing. So he built a modest enclosure on the edge of his land, beside a grove of cottonwoods. He added straw for warmth and logs for shade and comfort. Every morning and evening, Henry brought food, sat beside the fence, and spoke in a low voice. Slowly, the wolf began to rise, walk, eat, and meet Henry's eyes. Over time, something unspoken formed between them, a quiet trust. Henry named him Ash, after the color of his fur and the ashes of pain he was leaving behind. But Henry knew from the start that Ash didn't belong in a cage, no matter how kind the hands that fed him. The wild was his true home. One crisp morning in early December, with snow beginning to dust the hills, Henry opened the gate. Ash stood still, watching him, as if understanding what this meant. After a long pause, the wolf stepped through, then turned. Their eyes met one final time. Henry's full of quiet pride, Ash's filled with something that resembled gratitude. Then, without a sound, the wolf disappeared into the tall grass, his gait strong again, his spirit free.